Yes, but FJ TV. I thought I'd do a quick part two to the video I've literally just uploaded because I could feel the way I was talking, and I know sometimes I get on tangents. I know when I got, like I always say, man, caffeine in the system, and I just finished a workout, and I was getting passionate on some stuff, and then reminding myself I had specific points I wanted to make. So I quickly rewatched the video. It's 20 minutes, and I was just made quick notes that I got to my left, just to sort of extrapolate and then expand on certain points. So point number one, the meditation tracks, the Gyoto monks. I don't know if I butchered the pronunciation, but basically they're like throat singing. There's like the weird sort of instruments in the background and like bells ringing and stuff. And bro, like I'm saying in my first point, and I've linked it in other videos, and it's funny because the way I do my notes a little bit higher up for other videos, I've got the exact same note and I've drawn an arrow because it's like, bro, you fucking meant to make this point. But when you listen to these tracks, it completely removes any and all fears. As we know, it's all illusory anyway, yeah. But I'm saying it literally in the sense, same way I'm stood in this house and it's just me in here. Obviously, yeah, I'm self-aware. People saying, oh, you're scared home alone. But if you understand where I'm going to go with this point, yeah, we understand we're in a simulation. We understand there's layers to it, different dimensions and whatnot. We understand there's different entities. Of course, there's going to be negative entities, because of course we're the positive ones, and of course we projected ourselves into here. But let me not get too much on a tangent. So like I'm saying, when you listen to these tracks, and my third point, because I haven't made the second one just yet, but my third point, which I'm going to get to with the semen retention, how the two link, and I will bridge the gap, which gets me to my second point, the bridge jump. I left a link to, it's the YouTube short, it was the leap of faith. Like I said, it's almost 12 months to the day. I think the upload, I was a couple of days after for that specific one, the first one I did. But basically it was the start of September, which I really was, like I'm saying, slipping because I surrendered to the divine. I was like, oh, all this nonsense going on. I'm doing my best to stay high vibrational. But I'm pretty sure I had a wet dream in July 2023, August, at the end of August, as I say, 222, end of August, and then, bruv, like 2 or 3 wet dreams in September. And I'll happily admit, I relapsed at the end of September last year, just because I was like, bruv, at this point, you know them ones. Obviously, yeah, there's levels to the game, but that's just in the air of honesty, yeah. So quickly making that point with a bridge jump, and September 2023 versus September this year, which is what we're in now. We've just obviously first few days of September. Like I'm saying, but of course, I did my last training session in a gym that I literally almost like I just let go of ever thinking I'd ever would need to go back there. Obviously, the way my brain works, I thought maybe once in a blue moon, because one of my boys who I've known since secondary school, still trains in there. So I thought, of course, in the future, maybe I'll do a session there, whatever. But my point being, of course, 12 months later, an opportunity cropped up a few months ago this year for obviously the job application. The guy who I'm replacing literally told me, he said, we've had literally hundreds of CVs. And obviously, bro, fucking phoned me of all people. And like I said, I hadn't been in there since literally a year ago, yeah. Which isn't lost on me. I understand, like I say, and I know I'm 3 minutes in. I don't want to drag this one as a long one. But basically, as I was saying in that video just, and in this one, and in recent videos, the Matrix will give you stuff. Oh, here you go. You're really literally saying to yourself, you know what? I don't want to say I'm desperate for, but if you're like, just write something down, just anything, give me anything. And then lo and behold, it comes to you. It comes your way. When, like I said, obviously, of course, when you go deep in your mind's eye, and just a quick tangent for this video, but the whole point of my channel as well is I don't want any of my fellow brothers to go through any of the nonsense I've been through. Some of you already have in certain different whatever situations, but in terms of an awakening process, bro, my whole thing is if I can carve out a path, obviously for my own personal life, but I get insights along the way, and I can almost look in the sort of parallel marathon track and be like, oh boys, by the way, yeah, you know that fucking hurdle that I fell over face first on and cracked and chipped my teeth on? Yeah, you don't need to. This is the way to leap over it, yeah, hop, skip and jump. As it gets to 444, but I saw that one coming, so yeah. Next point, like I said, because I don't want to drag it on, semen retention with those meditation tracks. Like I said, the Gyoto monks, literally they're just making those sort of guttural throat singing sounds. It sounds weird, it sounds a bit kooky, whatever. But as I'm saying, man, and I'm not mincing my words, and for too long sometimes I sort of hold myself back a little bit when I'm doing these videos, because I know I can get really, really crazy, schizophrenic sounding if I just start spraying this information at the YouTube or at the camera lens, whatever, and putting it on YouTube. But the point I didn't finish in that video, which is the whole purpose of this video, like I'm saying, each little point I'm making is to properly articulate what I probably started to talk about but then got on another tangent. Even if you find yourself in the moment, obviously, yeah, we don't want to be relapsing. Obviously, yeah, we don't want to be watching the pictures. Obviously, you don't want to be just edging and thinking, okay, as long as I don't bust a nut, I'm still not seeing retention. Yeah, I've been there, I've done that, literally, bro. I know what that's like. Obviously, it always ends up in a wet dream, or you end up relapsing anyway, because you say to yourself, you know, this streak I might have like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever fucking days. You're lying to yourself, and you got to really look yourself in the mirror, bro. And I know, like I said, I've been there, done that. Cool. Again, if you really do find yourself in the moment, like you're literally there looking at yourself, you know what you're doing, you maybe got the pixels there, maybe you're in your fucking, in the mind palace with all the beautiful beanie concubines, yeah? When I say beanies, slang for just girls, yeah? But you really want to dial yourself back. The yoga pose is one thing, but don't fucking pass out and crack your head open. There's one way to get rid of your fucking, yeah? But these meditation tracks, even if, like I said, you really catch yourself in the moment, just do this as a little experiment. Here's a little hot potato for you, yeah? Little layup for my brothers. Like I said, trial and error in my own life. If I can give the information, yeah? Put that track on and just sit there and focus. And if you're really saying, yeah, you know what? Whatever happens, whatever this geezer Josh is saying, I'm going to do for 30 seconds and I'm just going to relapse anyway. Cool. Have that maybe in your mind. That way then you're not going to think to yourself, oh, I need to stop. And then focus, breathe, relax, calm yourself. Put that tune on, and fuck it, I'll say it in this video, bro. If you want to go down the rabbit hole, you want to really understand this shit, like I said, bro. Yeah, it's all an illusion, yeah. But once we go through the awakening, and this is why I said in a recent video about spiritual psychosis, bro. I've done this, yeah. I'll hold my fucking hands up, bro. In this year as well. I can't remember if I was 26 or 27 at the time, but fuck it, was earlier in the year, and I've got all the other stuff going on, and I catch myself, you know, looking at the pixels, and I did the breath work, and I was in the shower over there, and I'm not mincing my fucking words, bruv. For a split second, I'm getting the DMT, I'm like, oh shit, I'm still in the shower, let me not pass out, and I didn't want to grab onto the sides, because I thought I don't want to just put my hand through the fucking glass panel, yeah. But as I composed myself, and I went to sort of like a kung fu stance, and sort of tensing, and for a split second, my brain went, look to your right, there's an entity, and I saw a little quick flash of a face, and I'm not going, for the purpose of the video, I'm being hypothetical, yeah, but I know what I saw, and I know how my brain works, and straight away I was like, this is what I'm fucking saying, bro. I know it's the thoughts, like I used the point recently a lot more, like clouds passing in the sky. There's always going to be little shit lurking these entities, bro, but again, that's a story for another day, because that's a semen retention tangent, yeah. Like I say, bro, you feel like you're struggling, you can keep it on a human level. You ain't got to think that fucking Josh is on about fucking succubus demons and all of that. Because I used to think that was just hearsay, that was just, okay, that's a way of articulating it and externalising yourself. But really, bro, you got to look in the mirror and say, I'm not going to fucking, yeah, retaining your sexual energy and send it up through your Kundalini awaken, all of that, yeah. I'm dragging the video on, let me make my last few fucking points. And as I'm saying, and I went on a bit of a tangent with, like I'm saying, my fellow brothers, and blood is thicker than water. Like I said, my most viewed and most liked YouTube short on the channel, because the video it's from is privatised and on my Patreon. And I said about like this idea of let me be the one that's beheaded. Yeah, to just quickly make that point. What I'm saying is, again, understanding through deep meditation I've done along the way over the years, alongside obviously the breathwork call, and this idea of past lives, which is just my immortal soul in different avatars along the way, in different timelines in this simulation, or shit man, in other simulations within simulations, yeah. And I know what's happened, and I know all we have to do is open the history book. Okay, cool, history is written by the winners, all of that. But again, when you meditate, you go within, you ask yourself for these answers. Like I said, bruv, I know what happens and I know how it goes and I know in other past lives, and I said this specific bloodline, this specific lineage through my father's side, that is why I said in that video earlier on today, I'm a Highlander like my father before me, like my grandfather, you get me, yeah? I know, and even in about specific Scottish or Celtic or Pict, and even the word Pict, if you Google the tribe, these tribes, and I've used the fucking points, painting themselves blue, covered in tattoos. The word used, Pict, means painted ones, is not even what they would call themselves, is what the fucking Romans were calling them, yeah? And they'd fight naked. Of course, that was a synchronicity when I've made that point, when I was rambling on YouTube videos. I mean, I'm gonna say rambling, bro, but when the energy's going and the thoughts are there and it's something I've meditated on, and brrr, of course it was a memory and it's not a thought, but let me not get on that. Because I say it like I'm being facetious and joking, but I say it all the time, bro. Worst case scenario, I can literally plant my feet on my 10 toes. Let me strip this nonsense that I'm wearing off, because it doesn't mean anything. Obviously, I'm still in my fucking tie trunks and that, which is kind of funny because I'm dipped in blue right now, like I'm fucking cripping, but jokes. Rich Homie Kwan's dead as well, that's kind of not funny. Synchronicity, even though he's... Did he rep Bloods? I don't know why I decided to say that, fuck it. What was I going to say? Yeah, worst case scenario, bruv, I'm ready to go. Which can lead me to my next point, the kamikaze thing, yeah, like I'm saying, bruv, I know what it was like. I've kind of skipped over ahead a little bit, but there's one more point to make, and then that'll do, because this video is getting long anyway. Part 2, do not long for the battlefield. Earlier than necessary, yeah. The whole point of that title for that, and then this being part 2 to that. Like I'm saying, but feeling like, I said to someone in the gym the other day, I feel like I've been left on the shelf, bro. You know, in the film Toy Story, the fucking penguin that's, yeah. That's how I feel at times, bro, collecting dust. Big fucking, I know I look a bit crazy. I got a trim booked for next week, lads, yeah. Gonna look fucking sexy for the gal once again, but let me not, again, pull myself in a tangent. Feeling like I got left on the shelf, bro, in the sense of, yeah, cool fights, brrr, only because in here, all the stuff on a daily fucking basis, like I say, these videos are a fucking fragment of what's going on in here. And again, not even saying that's like I'm up here or whatever, that's just the reality, bro, yeah. Again, just to finish the last couple of points, like I'm saying, the whole kamikaze thing, when I was going through all this awakening, like through 2020, 2021, the huge reason was like, bruv, I'm stuck in the lockdown like everyone else, I'm stuck in the house again, lockdown number fucking 3, whatever the fuck it was. And I'm watching all these UFC events as well because I'm just dying for some sort of violence or something. Emotion over some other stuff going on, but my point with the whole kamikaze thing, I had that energy and I embodied it. And then situations, because it's the divine mirror, it's the matrix. Welcome to the matrix. Put in certain situations, but then of course my higher self was always guiding me. So it wasn't like, I had to take an L here and there. It was no, you're thinking all these crazy thoughts, Josh. You're really saying, bro, I'm ready to go. Which I suppose owes to that point I was making about the whole, you know, fighting with my brothers, other tribes, other past lives, dying a million other fucking times on a million other fucking battlefields. And then shit, man, reflection for this current timeline. And a point I said to my fellow brother who I was working with today, holding pads for today, when me and him said it the other day, when we were talking about fights, when his fight was still a bit up in the air, and I was like, bruv, when you've been in real life situations, bruv, there's no referee, there's no gloves on, doesn't matter if it's 4 ounce, 10 ounce, 16 ounce, bruv, yeah, there's no gloves, there's no referee, there's no bright lights saying, oh, fans in the background, it's, bruv, I'm out here on the streets of the Matrix, yeah, it's a simulation, but I'm out here, and some man have got, and sometimes you're outnumbered, and like I said, bro, like a fucking lion, bro, and I'm surrounded by hyenas, and you gotta plant your feet, obviously, yeah, low-key we're on our toes, because it's like, might have to be a 100-yard dash in a second, but no fear, which again, all comes full circle for everything I've said in this video. I've made other points. The last little one I'm saying, and it owes to the semen retention, because like I said, bro, I do hold back sometimes with these videos, just in the sense of, bro, if I really start going off, yeah, but we know how that shit goes. And I was starting to mention and reference one of the RKX live streams that I did tag in my Armour of the Immortal Soul video from the 31st of August, which was Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday. basically this video, Battlefield, which would obviously be part 1, which I've done today, and it's the video before that, yeah. Took me way too long to say that. The one I've tagged in there, and they start to talk about, I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head, but basically a guy who went and visited some shamans and they're doing the meditation stuff I've talked about loads on this channel as well. It's a synchronicity. And again, when he's saying about other entities and brrr, yeah, it was just clicking in my mind, and like I kind of again referenced in the part 1 video, when I'm saying a time will come in the future, we are literally heading towards a specific timeline. It's all an illusion. But if you know what I know, and I don't even consider myself to be some sort of scholar or looking into the crystal ball and visualising the collective future, bro. I'm just visualising the future for this avatar, this entity, because I know what I've been through. But again, to finish that point, like I said, bro, our future opponents, our future enemies, bro, they ain't like us, bro. And I'm not even talking about, soulless, NPCs. Bro, and the same way, this is the point I wanted to make in a video, and I'll make this point and then I'll lock off the video, I promise. When people talk about the elites, the Illuminati, man, that's all well and good, bro. And like I'm saying, a lot of it's controlled opposition. But at the highest fucking level, the people that really pull strings, they're not people, of course. Obviously, entities, other dimensions, but to really finish that point, bro, do you know why they don't even have names, bro? Because we're trying to speak fucking languages, bro. Human shit with these vocal cords. Hence, the start of the video, those monks making those guttural sounds because it's frequency and vibration. These entities, bro, if you try to articulate a name, which they wouldn't even have names, you'd be trying to make weird little, insectoid noises. So I'm not even going to get deep on that point. If you can read between the lines and extrapolate on that point, that's the story for another day, yeah. But best believe, bro, I know how this shit goes, bro. I know how shit goes when, like I said, if you do your research on the Jason Brashears RKX YouTube channel, and he's talking about in the future, the vapor cannabis is going to come back, because that's what it was in the past. So the past and the future is one and the same, because time is illusion anyway, yeah. And of course, under a vapor canopy, under certain conditions within the matrix, within the biosphere, whatever you want to call it, with these mouth noises, of course, certain creatures, specifically reptilian, specifically insects, would grow to enormous sizes. Ta-da, yeah. Big man over here, bridging the gap in my own fucking mind. Of course, one day I'll be pulling out the claymore, which is what they call the big Scottish ginormous broadsword, yeah. Standing there, bullet naked with my face painted blue, screaming my guttural ancestral sounds, stood shoulder to shoulder with my brothers and sisters, taking on the legions of the demonic forces, because it's not real. And we're in here just like a roller coaster to have a bit of fun anyway. They can call me crazy, I don't really give a shit, because at the end of the day I can watch this video surrounded by a bunch of naysayers going, I was joking, I was just stood in this house because I was bored. Yeah, but jokes aside, banter aside, nothing but love for every single one of the current 74. Yeah, I need to stop saying that. I've got 1,000 subscribers, how about that? Stop saying your purpose, let's go.